Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show where we expose corrupt bank lawyers attempting to abuse the process, commit fraud, and just all in general being wonderful people. Remember, if you're a bank lawyer, find a new line of work. Now, today we're going to be dealing with a James Jim M. Butson of AC Law. James Butson is acting on behalf of First National Finance. James Butson is one of Ontario's premier mortgage enforcement litigators. He joined AC in 1993. James has extensive experience in debt and mortgage enforcement, commercial litigation, bankruptcy proceedings, construction lien litigation, collection matters, and landlord-tenant disputes. This guy sounds like an absolute bundle of joy. Now, James Butson not only can't prove that his client, First National Financial, does in fact maintain the ownership rights of the mortgage that he's attempting to collect. When asked these pertinent type of questions, what sort of paperwork do you have to prove that your client owns it? The best that he can do is land titles, because everybody knows that the land titles registry keeps track of all the financial transactions that happen inside large financial institutions, such as First National Finance. I mean, if you want to get into First National Finance's internal ledgers and see what assets they do and don't own, land titles is where you want to go. Yeah, fucking right. What a joke. And not only that, James Butson has set up an ex parte hearing where he didn't serve any of the parties involved and then obtained a summary judgment against them without providing proof of service. I mean, this is absolutely out of hand. That is as abusive process as it gets. Now check this out. Within the statement of claim, the mortgage has admittedly been transferred twice. Once from First National Finance to Computer Share Trust Company, and then a second time from Computer Share Trust Company back to First National Finance. Now, I mean, that's all great and dandy, but the only paper trail that we have to follow here is an affidavit from Danny Sugaris, who is an employee of First National Finance. I mean, that is a conflict of interest in itself. If you really want to prove that you guys maintain the ownership rights of this debt, simply have a chartered accountant check the ledgers and confirm that you own it, just like we've been requesting from the very beginning. The amount of pushback on that request is telling in itself. The fact that the only evidence that they can produce that proves that they maintain the ownership rights is an affidavit from one of their own collections employees who doesn't have access to the internal ledgers at First Financial means that we and the court are expected to simply rely on hearsay and trust them. The collections manager says they still own it, so send the money over. How ridiculous. What First Financial should do is allow us to employ our own chartered accountant and have that third-party chartered accountant who's governed by CPA Canada inspect the ledgers to ensure that there is no conflict of interest when making these type of inspections.